These are both Metal Earth, but they're not the same. Hey everybody, Mike and Moose here. Metal Earth kits today are way different than when they first came out. And some of these changes might surprise you. By the end of this video, I'll tell you whether new kits are actually better or just harder. The evolution of Metal Earth kits is next on Modeling with Mike. Alright, welcome back, and as usual, let's start at the beginning. The early era of Metal Earth kits. Metal Earth started in 2011, and they started with just simple packaging, just a black envelope with green logo lettering on it, and it started with simple shapes and simple parts. Most kits had 1 to 2 sheets of parts, that's it. And they were flatter builds. And I will tell you more about layering later. And they did have less layering. And they had much easier bends and easier tabs and slots to fit those tabs in. Now let's give you an early example of an early era kit. As I said, they had 1 to 2 metal sheets. We're going to show you a Voyager spacecraft kit. From this example, you can see they had 1 to 2 metal sheets. They had simpler shapes. Basically, you just had to bend a part 90 degrees or do a simple cylinder or something like that. They had minimal layering. Now what layering is instead of just one part being bent and put into place to represent a whole area, you put metal parts on top of metal parts which layered on top of each other and made more detail, more realistic models, and more 3D looking models. These had lower part counts. They only had 1 to 2 sheets of metal, and they had much easier bends and folds. Usually you only had to bend a part, do a simple 90-degree bend or a simple fold. The tabs and slots were a lot bigger than they are now. So overall, it was much easier to put together. To sum it up, the early Metal Earth kits were designed to be simple, approachable builds. Most had only 1 or 2 metal sheets and relatively low parts count. At about 2015, the mid-era started to take shape with Metal Earth kits. These had the introduction of more curved parts, multi-layer assemblies that I explained earlier, higher part counts. These had anywhere from 3 to 4 sheets of parts. All the more part counts and multi-layer assemblies gave better realism, and they introduced for the first time the use of sub-assemblies in their models. And the introduction of all of these things led to increased build time and the requirement of a higher skill level. Now, let's show you an example of a mid-era kit. This is an Iconics Millennium Falcon model kit from Metal Earth. And as I said before, this is when Metal Earth began introducing larger and more complex kits. Typical features again were 2 to 3 metal sheets, more curved shapes, again more layering, higher part counts, and they added the Iconics premium branding. And this is also the era when licensed models like Star Wars became a big part of the lineup. And this is also where Metal Earth started stepping up the complexity. More sheets, more curves, and a lot more detail. And this era lasted from 2015 to 2018. Now, in 2019, the modern era of Metal Earth kits began. Now, what these added were extreme part counts. They introduced very delicate, small parts that you could lose easily and or break easily. Advanced shaping and rolling. They added cone shapes and very tight cylindrical shapes. They introduced pre-colored parts, and they had more licensed IP models such as Star Wars, Marvel, etc. And this is when they started using micro tabs and micro slots. And as I said before, cylindrical shapes. So let's take a look at an example of a modern era kit. This is the Metal Earth Premium Series Optimus Prime kit. As stated before, it has colored metal parts. It has more sheets than any other era before it. Often 3 to 4 to even 6 or more parts, or more sheets. They have extremely high detail and very complex shaping, as you can see in this model picture. And they, of course, were larger finished models. These became closer to many engineering projects compared to the earliest kits. Now let's talk about, are the newer kits actually better or just harder than, say, the very first ones? Well, let's talk about the pros of these newer kits. You have, due to more layering, you have more realism. And more realism gives you a better shelf presence of the finished model. That is, if you build it correctly. And if you're an advanced builder, you get more satisfaction out of it because it is more challenging. It is not a quote unquote simple, boring build. The cons, okay, most of these cons have to do with the beginner builder. It's less beginner friendly. The complexity of these newer kits today are so high that if you're a beginner, you should not even come close to touching them. And the complexity is so high that it's easier to get frustrated. And you do have a higher chance of mistakes due to the smaller size of the parts, the smaller tabs, smaller slots, more difficult bending and shaping of the parts. And here's a big one for budget modelers. If you ruin a kit, a lot of these are $30 plus kits that you just ruin because they're a lot of these things you can't glue into place. A lot of these parts in the earlier models, yeah, you can, but not in the newer ones. So you just have to throw it away. So Plex doesn't always mean more fun, especially if you're on a budget. Now let's talk about who are the modern kits really for. Beginners versus experienced modelers. Beginners should not even come close to touching these modern kits. Experienced builders only. Okay. Even intermediate builders, level builders, shouldn't touch these newer kits. You're just gonna either ruin it or you're gonna get discouraged and just permanently forget about it. And that's just, I mean, it's a waste of money, you know? Beginners should just start with the early kits, the 1 to 2 sheet kits. Intermediate builders, you can do the 1 to 2 sheet kits, you can do the mid-era kits, the 3 to 4 sheet kits. What skill level fits which era? Well, I just told you, beginners, early era kits. Stick to those till you get the fundamentals down of Metal Earth. Intermediate builders can move on to the mid-era kits, but don't even touch a modern Metal Earth kit until you are an advanced, experienced builder with Metal Earth kits. And if you're an advanced, experienced builder with your regular plastic model kits, you start with the Metal Earth kit, you go to the low level. You are a beginner on Metal Earth. Don't let your experience, your immense experience with plastic model kits fool you. You move on to Metal Earth, you start with the easy stuff, or you're going to get frustrated just like anybody else. And what I just said hits on this point. Your expectations should change as you gain experience with Metal Earth kits. And I don't care if you've been modeling for 20 years, if you've just done plastic models and you go to a Metal Earth kit just because you've been modeling for 20 years, doesn't mean you can go and start with a modern Metal Earth kit. You start at the bottom like everybody else, or I guarantee you, frustrations will come. So if you're a new Metal Earth kit builder, start at the beginning era. If you want a challenge, go to the mid-era or the modern era. So here's my honest take on Metal Earth. I personally prefer the beginning era or mid-era kits because I've only myself, the kit I'm working on now is a mid-era kit. It's like my 5th kit I've ever built of Metal Earth, and it has given me problems. I have put it aside temporarily because I just can't figure it out. They have sub-assemblies where I have to put the back side of the fuselage onto the front side of the end of the fuselage and bend the tabs back. But the problem is they already had me put the seats and stuff in the front of the fuselage. How am I supposed to get my tweezers up there to bend the tabs once they're in? You tell me. But what excites me? Nothing excites me better than to finish one of these bad boys, because they look beautiful once they're done and done correctly. And it does give you a good feeling of accomplishment once you've done these. How does it fit budget builders? Well, a lot of the early and mid-era kits, early kits, I'd say over half of them are less than $10, like $9 to $10. Mid-era kits are $10 to $20. So if you're a budget builder, they're great. You can get a full kit of Metal Earth tools on Amazon for like $12. And I'll put a link to that kit in the video description. So basically that's all I have for this one. Leads me to the question, do you prefer old school, simpler kits or the new crazy detailed ones? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. Don't forget about the Frugal Scale Modeler. That is our Facebook group that is connected to the Modeling with Mike channel. I always leave a link in the video description. Just hit that link, it'll take you to the home page of the group. Answer 3 questions relating to modeling and agree to the group rules if you want to join, and that's simple as that. You're in. Don't forget about the gallery discount. I have a discount code with Gallery. If you're ever on their website and you buy something, enter the code MWMike, all capital letters, all one word, MWMike. Enter that at checkout. You'll get 10% off your purchase. I also have a discount code with the Gallery store on Amazon. If you're buying something from Gallery through Amazon, enter the code SH48Mike. That's again all capital letters, all one word, SH48Mike. Enter that at checkout. You'll get 5% off your purchase there. Also, don't forget that we have started our next group build. It is in connection with the USA's 250th birthday. If you want to know the rules, I have a post up with all the rules. Just go to my channel, go to the post tab. It is like the second post, and it'll show you all the rules. Basically, all you have to have is something connected to the history of the United States. Have a picture of the model you're doing to me. Send me that through my email, which is on my channel description, on my channel homepage, and have 4 pictures of your finished model, no more than 4. Send it to my email no later than, I believe, June 15th. And there's a couple more extra rules that are in there that you can look up on the post. So don't forget about that. The next video, we're going to delve into the question, are young builders still getting into the hobby? And we're going to take a deep dive into that, so that should be interesting. So that's all I got for this one, folks. You know what we always say around here, never stop pushing your modeling boundaries. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.